Hey friends, look, Trin got me really using friends. The book The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, which I talk about all the time, can help whoever it's supposed to help. I'll put it like that. If like you may have a challenge like being offended, or taking things personal, or like when someone expresses themselves, you always think that it's about you, or if someone just says something, like you automatically put it on yourself, and it may cause some type of emotion that doesn't feel good, right? And the word obviously is being offended. Here's what I've learned in that process, right? Because at one point, as I was reflecting, and I've reflected over time, I was offended by a lot. I definitely don't want to say everything, but was offended by a lot. So one of the lessons that I learned about being offended is that being offended is a choice. You have to choose that emotion. It also is connected to the fact that you are believing what the other person is saying or doing. So when we get into our power, and we get into our self-love, and we get into knowing who we are, and we get into, reconditioning these behaviors, making adjustments, making modifications, like transforming, growing up, right? You'll realize that being offended can give you wrinkles. It can make you look old. It can make it's just not attractive, right? But you can be in a position where you can be direct, meaning that in the event someone says or does something, that you have the courage and the bravery and the maturity. Of course, we're not talking about being ratchet and ignorant and going off and popping off, because that's just not cute, right? But being in an emotional space to where you can regulate your emotions, and you can correct someone if they speak amiss about you, or if a situation, or if there's misunderstandings, or whatever the situation is. I'm just an advocate. I'm an advocate for having tough conversations with the intent and the goal for them not to be combative or to, inflict pain. Like, some people talk to you to hurt you. Some people talk about you and don't talk to you to hurt you, right? But if you are in a space and you're like, you know what, I just want better connections, I want better relationships, I want to feel better, I don't want to be connected to people where I have to worry about how they feel about me, or things like that. Like, I know that when words come out of their mouth, that they mean them in love and not in harm, and not giving sly jokes and stuff, like really having some type of hate or whatever that would cause you to even be in a space to be offended by anything that they do, don't do, say, or don't say. This is something that you can just take into account, and just think about it, right? Kind of reflect over your life and see, like, how do I feel when folks say wrong stuff about me? How do I feel and it's a practice, okay? This is not an overnight arrival. I don't know how much time it takes everybody to get to where it is that you need to be, where you feel great about where you are, right? And you get to the knowingness that can't nobody just easily offend you. You're not easily offended. Now, there are some things and situations, of course, where that is valid, but it's like it's far and few in between, because you have the power to know who you are, right? And can't nobody just say or do anything to you that can just throw you off of your game, right? So remember, being offended is a choice. But when you take the choice to have an adult conversation about it to get clarity, that's where you'll be able to make the decision. Am I supposed to be connected with this individual, or this situation, or this group of people, or am I not? And then the responsibility is on you to make the necessary adjustments. Hope they help somebody.